Uticans, we are talking about the fire department an awful lot, but if you're not familiar with the fire department and the staffing as is today, the conversations could be very confusing. So here it goes, the most basic information I could possibly give you about the fire department. This is just to give everybody a preliminary place to start. So as we have more conversations about fire department and their staffing and the needs that they have, you'll be able to follow along with that conversation and also ask questions where you see fit. We have 6 fire stations throughout the entire city. Now we have 4 platoons, which is a shift. Those are 24-hour shifts. So at any given time, you have either platoon 1, 2, 3, or 4 staff at all of the fire stations. Now, the city of Utica, we have legislated that there are 124 positions in the fire department. Right now, it's 81 firefighters, 26 lieutenants, you have deputy chiefs, you have fire marshals, you have the chief. We'll go over all that another time. Of those 124 positions, we had 1 vacant firefighter position, and now we have 2 more because of 2 retirements that recently happened. 124 minus 3, we are at 121 positions filled. But we're going to take it a couple steps further. Out of those 121 positions that are filled, there are 7 people, whether they are on 207A, meaning there was an injury so they can't actually work, but they are on our books, or if there's some sort of sick leave or something, there are at least 7 people who are not actually available to work. So now we take that number we had of 121 positions actually filled, we subtract the 7, now we are down to 114 people actually available to work. But the next thing to know is that there are, I believe it's 7 daytime workers. Those are things like the administration, trainers, fire marshal. We have 114, we then subtract those 7 daytime workers. Now all of a sudden we have 107 people to work these 4 platoons. The way our platoon shifts are broken down is, in the dream world, they would all be staffed, as you know, they should be. And right now it is 29 people per platoon. 29 people each times the 4 is 116. If you remember the number we were just talking about, we only have 107 people actually available to work that we can staff those platoons with. So while our platoons should have 29 each, we have platoon 1 at 26, platoon 2 is at 27 people staff, platoon 3 is at 29, and platoon 4 is at 25. The minimum is 23. But all of a sudden you could say, hey, people had planned vacations that day. 1 guy called in sick. Maybe 2 people just got injured on the job. We just went from 29 to 23 very, very quick. Obviously that's the number at best case scenario. So that is where we are at right now. Currently, there are vacant positions, whether it's 207A's, sick time, or people retired, and now it's open and ready for hire. So 3 of those positions, if we actually had a roster and a list of people that we could hire from, we would be able to hire them today. We don't have that. It's a very long process to be hired through our fire department. They started the test in March. Academy won't be until the fall, and that's when we can actually hire and train these people. That still leaves positions that we don't have the manpower to fill them. In July, ideally, we hear back from the SAFER grant what the results are. That way we know if the taxpayers are paying for these or if the grant is covering these fees for 3 years, because either way we can't actually hire them until September. And proof of that is that we currently already have the 3 vacant positions. If we could actually hire people today, those 3 positions would be full, and hopefully this fire department would start getting the help that they needed even sooner. Unfortunately, even once the SAFER grant, if it goes through in July, it's still going to take a couple months until we can get this fire department the support and extra manpower that they need. Again, this is as simple as I could possibly make it. I know there's a million other things we can talk about, but we'll get there. In the meantime, enjoy this 101 course. If you have questions, let me know. Thanks.